Welcome back to Edmonton, the Alberta capital, hosting the 19th Oilers game this season. Time to play Safeway's $1 million score and win. If any Oilers player scores 5 goals in tonight's game, Damian Ellers of Edmonton could win $1 million. Great timing. Shop at Safeway and you could be our next lucky winner right here on Sportsnet. We know who were the offensive heroes on the part of the Edmonton Oilers when it comes to goals in their most recent game against Dallas. Deuces were wild for Taylor Hall and Mark Archibald. In the case of Taylor Hall, 3 career hat-tricks, and you had a feeling almost, Kevin and Drew, that he would get a 4th this past weekend against Dallas.
An opportunity for him tonight. It's the final meeting between Arizona and Edmonton. Let's meet the starting goaltenders. Brought to you by Tim Hortons. It's the official copy of the NHL. On the 23rd, Ben Scrivens makes his 23rd start of the season. He faces the Coyotes for the 7th time in his career and 4th time this year. And at the other end, it's Devin Dubnyk. He came on in relief of Mike Smith last night in Vancouver, gave up 3 goals on 29 shots in a 7-1 loss. It was Arizona's 3rd straight loss on the road. The Oilers are hoping to make it 4 here tonight and get a win for Todd Nelson.
Todd Nelson talking today about what he hopes for his team, what he wants them to see them doing. The one thing he keeps talking about, though, you got to keep focused on the next task at hand, and he knows that one game can turn things around, especially the mood in the locker room.
Top line gets the start, as you might expect, along with Schultz and Hunt on the blue line against Antoine Vermette, the veteran Shane. This is Gagne. Sharp angle shot, and he somehow put that one in. Sam Gagne.
Why ever a guy needed that for the Arizona Coyotes is Sam Gagne. An effective breakout and attack by the Coyotes. 3 guys pushing the pace, coming up together. A 3-on-2 where you're driving to the net, backing off the defense. The back check happens, and you think it looks like you might have him, and then the puck just gets centered towards. Well, it doesn't look like anybody touched it. Gagne's just going to throw it hard. He's just hoping for something to happen, and that is one where I cannot tell you where it goes in. That's a tough one. From the overhead, that just goes 5-hole. Just goes 5-hole. Don't have the paddle down, don't have the legs closed.
Giving up 7 goals in a game. Leon Draisaitl back in the lineup. He gets a shot, and Devin Dubnyk makes his first save.
Let's go back and look at the goal one more time. I like the fact that Gagne drives wide with speed. I like the fact you've got guys going the net. I don't like how the puck goes in. This just cannot go in if you're Ben Scrivens. The Oilers coaches have given Ben Scrivens the job. They basically said, you're the number 1 guy. Number 1 guys can't let that puck in.
Draisaitl wins the draw. Hunt with a shot steered aside by Devin Dubnyk. Has some room, and he will get the puck out by flipping it high and down the ice. And that's going to come back on an icing call. Keys to the game are brought to you by Ford, official automotive partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Something Todd Nelson has been talking about and showing on the ice in practices. He wants his team to play an up-tempo game from the start of the game till the end of it. I'm not sure he's got that yet. And for the Arizona Coyotes, you saw it for Dave Tippet's team. They get that 5-man forecheck going. The defense gets up. They hem teams in. Think about the second period in the desert when the Oilers were in Glendale last, because it's a horrible screen in front, and it bounces or it's deflected. As the play works back up to the top of the zone, check everybody out in front. It bounces, and it's in front of the net. It's Oscar Klefbom. Oh my, Oscar, that's a perfect screen by Oscar Klefbom.
And a goalie change is coming as Victor Foss replaces Ben Scrivens, who gives up 2 goals on 2 shots.
You know,
5 minutes in.
Sorry, partner. In Detroit, when Johan Franzen stands in front of the net, and when Thomas Holstrom used to stand in front of the net, Mike Babcock and his coaching staff say, we want you to play.
Perron backhands it in, and that's offside.
So let's go back to the goal again, because there's more that happening on that. Marty Erat with the deflection. Check it out. Martin Erat gets his stick on it, and it drops between the legs of Oscar Klefbom and goes in. You'll see a great look at it right here. Wrister to the net. There it drops down, goes between the legs. Ben Scrivens sees nothing but 84 blue in front of him. And the Coyotes get off to the start that they desperately wanted. The Oilers, not so much.
2-0 lead for the Coyotes. Rogers Oilers hockey right here on Sportsnet.
It was a mere number of days before Sam Gagner was married that he was also traded. Now, we previously introduced you last year to his fiancée, now wife, Rachel Linke. Rachel is a doctor. She's on a one-year residency, so the two have been separated this entire season. But when the Coyotes go home after this game, Sam will stay in Edmonton for the holidays as it's his turn to make a house call.
Well done, Gene.
There they go, Gino. Nice block. Luke Gazdic in front. Luke Gazdic playing because Matt Henricks is not feeling well. So Henricks out of the lineup. Gazdic getting an opportunity. Score! And it's a 2-1 game. And Justin Schultz will take it. His third goal of the year and third goal at home.
This is the season of giving, yes, but you don't want to give goals to the opposition team. Yes, but you don't want to give goals to the opposition team.
6:18, the time of the goal, and you're right, it is Tom Bean who gets his stick on, I believe.
Right up in the slot, you're going to see it. And it's 44, so not making Joe Vitale. It's 44, not 14. Shot pass looked good for Luke Gazdic, and then BJ Crombeen doing what you want to do, get your stick in passing lanes. Unfortunately,
and Iraq. Just out of the reach of Hall. Kicked in by McCulloch.
Scale. Keyboard. Use the rotor to enable direct touch for this app.
We have our first winner tonight in our scoring contest, the Apple Safeway and Mock Garden Cocktail. Tara Samuel of Edmonton has won the Carbon Verb Elite HD Action Camera. Congratulations, Tara, on the goal by Justin Schultz.
A 2-1 score 8 minutes into the game should not surprise anybody when the Coyotes and the Oilers go at it, as the graphic shows you, give up the most first period goals in the National Hockey League.
3 goals, Gordon got by them, and they will bring it back into Oilers territory.
Excellent structure by the Phoenix Coyotes on their forecheck and in their neutral zone forecheck. They do an outstanding job skating in straight lines, taking away passing lanes, coming back to the middle. Dave Tippett, look at his numbers against the Oilers, and David Amber already showed you how long it's been since the Oilers beat the Coyotes.
In the first period, and Steve Pinizzato dropping the gloves with Kyle Chipchura. Pinizzato and Chipchura. For Steve Pinizzato, his 4th fight of the season.
Kyle Chipchura's got that right arm tied up pretty good. He's trying to get loose. He does now.
He fought Sestito last night in Vancouver. A second game, a second fight for Kyle Chipchura. And a guy a little more in his weight class in the form of Steve Pinizzato.
This period brought to you by Sport Check. This holiday season, don't give just any gift. Give the gift of sport.
Let's check out on the right side.
A second game, a second fight for Kyle Chipchura. And a guy a little more in his weight class in the form of Steve Pinizzato.
This period brought to you by Sport Check. This holiday season, don't give just any gift. Give the gift of sport.
Let's check out on the right side. Steve Pinizzato comes right out right away and confronts Kyle Chipchura. They just drop the gloves. Steve looking to get something going for his team, get some energy. Kyle Chipchura doesn't want any of it, but he ends up not having a choice, and they start to throw down.
Pinizzato now has 30 penalty minutes on the season. This is his 17th game.
Greg McTavish with the earphone in, the IFB, as we call it in the biz. He is talking to Rocky Thompson. Coyotes penalty, Chipchura. Well, we'll start to doubt yourself. It's just not got it. He's just lost it somehow. He's got to work his way back. I remember Kelly Rudy talking about it when the goaltenders go through this, and he went through it many times. The fact that you just start to doubt yourself.
Smith has lost 15 games. That is second most in the league.
It's amazing, isn't it? He's their guy.
Dubnik covers up with Teddy Herschel right there.
But nice thing is, Devin Dubnyk has rebounded this season after a real tough last season. He has got some help from Sean Burke, who's done an outstanding job working with him. Yes, against the Edmonton Oilers, talk about kryptonite. Wow.
61 wins for Devin Dubnyk in an Oiler uniform. Work, and it's in. Dubnyk sweeps it around the boards. That's when Larson waiting over to the far side. No, but Elliott left the zone. The pass from Moss didn't work, and it's coming back on an icing call against the Coyotes.
This is the Sports Select Legends comeback kid, and he's proof that sometimes winning just works in your favor.
Get your game on with tools.
What the Oilers need is to find some space. Right now, they're slow on breaking the puck out because the Arizona Coyotes doing an outstanding job at getting everybody in the space.
Draisaitl wins the puck right back to Hunt, who throws it off the end boards. It sits out in front, but brought in offside by Martin Erid. Well, you talk about the season of giving. Watch this. 2 shots for the price of 1.
Sister is arriving from Boston, and she will be here for the Christmas holidays. He's one of the newest Oilers, just like Teddy Purcell, and as a result of all this, David Perron has taken on the role of inviting anyone who wants to come over to his house for Christmas dinner. He is a big fan of Christmas, has the lights and all the ornaments set up inside and outside of his house, and of course on Christmas Eve they will be eating turkey at 6 o'clock sharp, because you know dinner will be Perron.
Wow.
He's on fire.
Kapop goes after it again. Pass for Pitlick out in front was touched. The Oilers will get a power play. Ekman Larson and Eberle coming together in the boards.
With Martin Erid in the box, a great opportunity for Edmonton to tie this hockey game. The Oilers in the past have done shirts off our backs promotion to raise money, but this year they decided to do something different, and it was Christmas sweaters. Each player had a Christmas sweater with his name and number on it, and then they were signed by the players. They were auctioned off this past Sunday, and it was a huge success. As in all, going into the Christmas break, the Oilers Community Foundation has raised over $250,000. That money will be dispersed to many different charities across Oil Country.
That is a nice-looking sweater. I don't get the ugly sweater thing. The Oilers do get a power play. Gene talked about Eraddy in the box for hooking. The Oilers 1 for 1 against Dallas. 2 up from number 10.
Absolutely right. And that is exactly what the coaching staff has been talking about, what Craig McTavish is talking about. Got to get to those areas if you want to score. David Perron getting in front. Good puck movement and a quick shot to the net from the off wing. David Perron trying to move into positions. Zbigniew McCulloch battling with him. You want to push Devin Dubnyk back. Big goaltender, you got to try to make him search for the puck.
Boy Jordan, top 12 when it comes to face-off success, 56%. But it is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins who has taken the most draws this season. Boyd Gordon wins that one. Cut-off shot right on. Good by Mikkel Button. Stone just out of the reach of Doan, and Victor Fost will cover it up.
So Devin Dubnyk likes to get out of that net and help his team as much as possible. Let's go all the way back to November. Devin Dubnyk changed the game with this play. Potential breakaway. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins can't get to the puck. Later on, Arizona scores on that play. Earlier tonight, Devin Dubnyk stops Jordan Eberle from getting in on a breakaway on a very close chance. Devin Dubnyk really helping his team. Every once in a while, the big man can really get out there, can't he?
His last win was December 16th. And that is going to be...
Protecting what matters most to you and your team. You are covered with the power of Insight, the official construction insurance broker of the Edmonton Oilers.
Sam Gagner scored a goal and looks up at the big screen and goes, no, that's not a slash. You can't call that slashing. A little check from Jeff Petrie, and I love to say, hey, Jeff, Merry Christmas. In the box. Sam Gagner gets excellent opportunity, 2 minutes left to tie the game.
Oilers got one shot. He is up there with Petrie. Draisaitl, Yakupov, and Perron. Yakupov, drop pass for Draisaitl. Got stopped by Head that time. His pass was intercepted by Miller. Schultz to Drysdale. Leon Drysdale sending off. And Larson got knocked down. Got it to Yakupov. Again, a quick shot. And makes the save.
Support by Neil Yakupov on this entry into the zone. So on the entry into the zone, you're going to go wide. And then drive the puck deep. I like power plays that drive puck deep and then try to set up. Don't set up high. Neil Yakupov just eludes his man. Supports that puck really well. That's what you need. Close, quick support, and then a quick attack to the net. And you catch Devin Dubnyk leaning one way or the other.
Hopkins personal, along with Everly, Hall. Hall gets flattened by McCullough. 2 shots in the last game. This is his 10th game. With 14 shots. For under a minute. 43 seconds left to go in the power play. As Hall gets flattened by McCullough, and another penalty coming up. And a great opportunity right now for the Oilers with under a minute to go in the period.
38 seconds left on Sam Gagner's penalty. This is a hit to the back as Zbigniew Pakaluk sees the numbers. You're just going to see that. That's a tough one for any defenseman because you want to be aggressive, you want to go, you want to make the hit, but at the same time, Taylor Hall's finding the puck. He turns, and it's one of those ones when once you're in no man's land that you've committed to the check, it's going to end up you in the box. Good thing that Taylor Hall's not hurt. Timeout being called, try to set up a very important face-off in play.
Shots now 12-8 in favor of the Oilers. And as Drew mentioned, 38 seconds of a 5-on-3 with 52 seconds left to go in the period. And after giving up 2 goals in the first 5 minutes, the Oilers with an unbelievable opportunity right now against a team that has given up more power play goals than any other. To feel good going into the dressing room after the first period.
They've allowed 5, the Arizona Coyotes, in their last 2 games. And again, you don't want to pick on Mike Smith or goaltenders, but you know your goaltender has to be your best penalty killer.
They are ranked 29th in the league. And the Oilers will go to work now. Boyd Gordon will take the draw against Antoine Vermette. Boyd Gordon goes down low. Stone trying to get it out. Gordon in front. Hall steps into a shot. Gordon looking for the rebound, but Dubnyk's got it.
What a play. That one might have hit Boyd Gordon because it looks like he's bent over in some pain. What a play by Taylor Hall. This is what you want to see from your best player. That effort, that individual effort, that second effort, that little extra. Get out of your comfort zone. And then you're going to start working the puck around. It's going to go back to Taylor Hall, who's going to walk in once the puck goes low. All right, this power play's got to run a little bit more crisply. So, not so slow.
Hunt fires a shot that Dubnyk makes the save on.
That's what you want to see. You want to see Brad Hunt shoot the puck. That's why he's out on that power play. The first time he passed it up on the last shift, he passed up the opportunity. Good help on winning the draw. Get it back, get people to the net. Almost getting there in time.
So once again, it's Gordon against Vermette. Gordon again wins the draw. They will do it again.
And you want to make sure you check the clock here on this one. Craig McTavish is pointing up at the official right now and make sure that the clock gets reset back. And sometimes they'll just leave the clock as is because it's too much of a pain to reset it. And they'll just tell the timekeeper, just hold for a second before he clicks it back on.
9 seconds left to go in the penalty to Sam Gagner as the clock now shows 23.1 seconds. Sam Gagner has 10 seconds left. This time Vermette wins the draw. And this time, still a minute and 8 seconds of power play time when the second period resumes.
Well, the Edmonton Oilers on their way to the ice, and they've been making their way to a number of different places in the spirit of Christmas. It started on the weekend, Saturday, in fact. The Edmonton Oilers were at Laugh and Learn. Oscar Klefbom, along with The likes of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Luke Gazdic, tough guy with a soft heart, though. And
Larson, easy glove save for Victor Foss, and with Vermette right there preventing him from keeping it alive. The Owners will have a face-off in their defensive zone.
Huge, but Victor Foss coming in after the 5-minute mark on the second goal by Martin Erat had chased Ben Scrivens. And last time we saw Victor Foss, he was actually pulled in the game, and he came back to the bench and let his teammates know he wasn't very happy with the way they were playing. And now with Victor, he's a penalty coming up. With Gazdic getting a penalty, and he's also going to talk to Keith Yandel close up. Antoine Vermette. Luke Gazdic is, oh, come on. This is penalty coming up as Luke Gazdic is going to get 2. He goes in for the check. And this is very similar to the hit that Zbigniew Michalek had on Taylor Hall. It's not hard, I know, but it's in the back on Taylor Hall. It's not hard, I know, but it's in the back. It's in the numbers. That's going to get a penalty, and that's going to draw 2 minutes, and he's sitting in the box.
First power play for the Coyotes, who were 1 for 4 in the game against Vancouver. And it was Oliver Ekman-Larsson who got the power play goal against the Canucks, the only goal that the Coyotes scored in that game. 4 for 15 in the season series against Edmonton. Hansel against Gordon. Hansel's second best in the dot in the NHL this season. You just give the title to Manny Malhotra, the only guy who's like 62%. Doesn't seem fair. From the draw, it comes back to the point.
Official title by me.
Yes.
Become a business card.
Absolutely.
Well, what Yandel does so well is he gets that team going out of their zone quickly, and his lateral movement is exceptional. When he gets the puck on the blue line, he's already moving laterally before he even gets the puck. And he starts looking for places to put the puck either at the net or finding guys who are in a scoring position. He's got great vision on the ice, but his mobility is the key to his success.
Yandel and Ekman-Larsson are on the ice for Met.
Oh, that almost worked.
Wait to Yandel off his skate on the half wall. In, fires a shot, and at the point. Yandel zone on the half wall. In, fires a shot, and Tost makes the save.
So here's the play in the neutral zone. Keith Yandel sets up on the wing. Michael Botker's wide. Just want to kick it to him, but Marco Cabello, very quick, very smart. He intercepts it, and it goes the other way, and is almost a scoring chance. Mark Arcabella heads up playing. That's what we talked to Mark about yesterday. You know, when he got the challenge of being a centerman in the National Hockey League, he said, I have to use my best attributes. And one of my best attributes is
left to go, and the penalty to Luke Gazdic. Penalty killing for the Oilers forces Keith Yandel into the box.
Keith Yandel, who I just said brings the puck up very well, and he does. But every once in a while, you make a mistake, a little turnover. Nice job by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to stay with his man. Support right there. Aggressive, being up on the plate. We saw Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with a good play last game using his strength. And there's Mark Arcabello again. Snaps it towards net. Didn't miss by much, but they draw a penalty. We got 4 on 4, as you said, for 17 more seconds. Well, they're going to check the clock, I think, right now. But I would think when you look at this, Dave Tippett is looking at this period, and I imagine that Todd Nelson is as well, going, can we get some sort of execution and structure back in our game? I think both coaches will be talking to the guys. These guys settle down, make some plays.
Ed was scrambly there before the penalty came up. Nobody had the puck on their stick for more than half a second. You could drink espresso to call that. Chipchura won it. Cornley's got it, as Drew mentioned. Schultz with the puck now. Schultz, one-timer coming from Petrie, and deflected up out of play.
It's some good stuff, though. Like little bursts of good things, and we've seen a couple times now. One from Martin Hansel on the back check, but from Leon Draisaitl. Nice little bank pass. We start to make Draisaitl just drives the net. Terrific play by Devin Dubnyk being aggressive. Then Martin Hansel, who ran into Victor Foss, he gets on his horse. Now he's coming back. He's going to track Justin Schultz right there. Draisaitl takes the puck off the boards. Good little indirect pass. And I love the fact that we've seen Leon Draisaitl try to drive the net twice so far tonight.
And he wins that draw.
Percussion, second, off, third, speech up.
A little bit tired, get some rest.
The puck in front for Perron, and in the glove of David. Devin Dubnyk, and Yakupov a little bit frustrated. Just 2 seconds left to go for the man advantage.
Talking to Todd Nelson today about Nail Yakupov, he says, you asked him, what do you do with Nail Yakupov? And that's kind of been a question that's been around for a while. I like this answer. You got to stay positive with him. You got to follow every detail, keep focusing on every detail of his game, but you have to keep positive, but to still hold him accountable.
That's him who's just going to learn how to speak Russian.
Yeah.
Be a little tough.
But he shared a laugh with him a couple of days ago on the ice in practice. They're talking about
Yakupov,
right back.
funny guy down in.
They were laughing about him. So
The shot he scores. Keith Yandel makes it a 3-1 game for the Coyotes.
well, on this play, Keith Yandel, we already showed you what Keith Yandel does very well. Good drive through the middle, and that sets up everything down low. But as that play goes behind the net, Shane Doan just has patience. Yandel just slides to a position. You look where Yandel comes in on this play. He comes into an area where he knows that the pass can get to him. He doesn't go to the middle of the ice. He gets off a little bit, creates a passing lane, and Shane Doan makes it work. And it's on the stick, off the fast.
It is normal to feel pain when the finger is pulled by the elastic cord during use.
All 4 of them have come on the road. Doan and Vermette get the helpers at 7:54 of the second period.
That's a night, Kevin, taking a pass.
Hansel, big hit from Luke Gazdic.
And a little chirping with Hansel going on up the ice, too.
Introducing the new BF Goodrich KO2 tire. BF Goodrich. Take control.
Safeway's featured participating product for tonight's hockey game is Mott's Garden Cocktail.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins came in with 733 draws, the most of anybody on the Oilers. Ooh, backhand hit the side of the net. Everly goes and gets it again. The net comes off the moorings as Gormley and Perron were battling in front of Devin Dubnyk. Keith Yandel gets his 23rd point of the season. The Coyotes lead by 2.
This week on Hockey Night in Canada, we have 5 choices of nationally televised games. Start your Saturday with Hockey Central Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Mountain. Then at 5 p.m. Mountain, it's the Red Wing Senators on CBC, the Jets Wild on City, and Capitals Penguins, Ovechkin versus Crosby on Sportsnet. Those games are followed at 8 p.m. Mountain with the Oilers visiting the Flames on CBC, while the Sharks take on the LA Kings on Sportsnet. Visit sportsnet.ca/schedule for all the details.
Our next action, Drew, when you finish digesting all your turkey, will be against LA on the 30th.
What a game last night.
We'll take a break. I'll catch my breath. We'll be back after this.
The Goals for Kids program is proudly sponsored by Synovus. For every Oilers goal this season, Synovus will donate $400 to Kidsport. To date, the Oilers have scored 75 goals for a total of $30,000.
Justin Schultz has the goal tonight for the Oilers so far. I just jumped on your line, boy. I'm sorry. I just want to give you a little bit more of a break. You deserve it.
Oxygen. Only 10 shots total, 5 each. In this second period.
You said 7 minutes without a whistle.
Use the rotor.
Hansel will give it to Ekman Larsson. Ekman Larsson. Back to McCulloch. Throws it towards the net. Bouncing puck. Scooped up there by Victor Foss. And he'll hang on.
Climb higher than ever before with the new King of the Hill, the 2015 Ski-Doo Summit XT3 from Martin Motorsports.
Oilers got 5 goals, Drew, in that game against Dallas. The last time they scored 5 was a game back in October against Carolina. But they have had more offense in the last couple of games. In fact, 8 goals in their last 2.
And they've got to start putting more pucks in Devin Dubnyk. But it starts with being able to effectively get out of your zone. And Arizona, pretty stingy in that.
Draisaitl, Yakupov will give it to Hunt. Dying seconds of this period. Gagne slowly got it down to the corner. Moss, drop pass for Ekman Larson. For Moss, a bouncing puck gets by Draisaitl. Yakupov will give it to Hunt. Dying seconds of this period. Gagne slowly got it to Victor Frost. He's seen enough. He'll cover up.
This is what you want from your guys. You got to go to the net, go to the net, go to the net. But sometimes when you go to the net, that's what happens. You get cracked with a shot from your own guy. Friendly fire catching Cal Vodka. And that stings. Those ones just takes your breath away, and all you can do is just struggle to get off the ice.
2.1 seconds to go. And the Oilers, despite out-shooting the Coyotes 18-50, David, give up the only goal in that second period. Keith Yandel, who leads his team in assists and points. Welcome back, everyone. Moments away from the start of the third period. Before we get to it, let's check the scoring summaries brought to you by Wardy Parsons Ford. Visit WardyParsonsFord.com to find your place on our construction team.
First period, I should say, Gagne and Erat and Schultz made it 2-1 in favor of the Coyotes. Then Keith Yandel with a nice pass from Shane Doan. Shots, not very many in the second period. 7-5, total of 12. 18-15 Oilers lead in that category, but the Coyotes lead on the scoreboard.
Victor Frost on in relief of Ben Scrivens has given up 1 goal on 12 shots. And the third period underway. Arizona, in fact, it's 39-18. Now the Oilers will try and keep that going and get themselves back into this hockey game.
John Shannon talked about, we all talked about the fact that when Coyotes get the lead, they take the men above you. They always stay above the play. Hard to get the neutral to create the speed. You might have to grind this third period out if you want to win. You might have to grind it.
There you go. What?
to the net with people going to the net, and this puck bounces and moves again on Victor Fuss. Get the draw, get it in deep, beat the first guys and win that battle along the boards. The Coyotes do that, pop it back, head towards the net when you get the chance. Good support, back up top towards the net, deflected. Sam Gagner knocks it, pucks out of the air. He has got, what would you say, Dal?
He's got 4 points, 2 goals, and 2 assists, and those 2 goals came 13 seconds apart.
Sam Gagner was
in his last 4 games. So Gormley's got 2 points.
Great hands. And you know, when you see pros do that, you get to see them in practice.
from the area. $61,000 raised from this event. It'll be used to renovate the arena, player boxes, new boards, and then another good Christmas cause going into the holiday break.
Is there anything better than playing outside?
No. That's where you learn. And you know, if you look at you tell any kids, so there's so much structure in hockey nowadays. And there's so much structure with kids hockey nowadays. You got kids playing hockey 5 days a year. Get out of there. Going to be able to protect your skin.
And you know, sometimes you don't then just take
not majestically.
Not majestically.
It was a
Were
60.
these fries too crunchy for you?
It was good.
It was good.
Yes.
So thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan,
For ruining my lunch.
for bringing my lunch. You the bestest from my kids. From my kids. Cheers!